Hi everyone, thank you to be here once again, this time for a new video about the cassette vision games. You know, these weird, obscure little video game systems, the EPOCH cassette vision. We made a lot of videos about it before, mainly on my French channel, but some on the English one too. We were testing all the games for the cassette vision, all the full set, which is easy because there are only 11 games available, and well, today we're gonna test the last one, Elevator Panic, number 12. We're gonna play it, test it, see if it's a nice game or not, and it's indeed the last game of the cassette vision. So it's an important day because my series of videos on the cassette vision reaches an end today, for the worst and the best. But I told you that there were 11 games, so how is it possible that Elevator Panic is the number 12? Well, we talked about it last time in the last video. There is a game, number 10, which was called the Grand Champion. It was a racing game. It was almost finished, but they found a bug at the last time, just before marketing the game, so they stopped everything. They repaired the bugs. They tried to relaunch the game, but we don't know what exactly happened, but the game was never available and it was considered lost or vaporware. Well, not exactly vaporware because it was in fact really programmed. But a few years ago, a video appeared on YouTube from someone managing a Japanese video game shop, apparently, and they found the Grand Champion cartridge. Incredible. The one that we thought was lost, they found one. And hopefully they did a very short footage of the game. It's better than nothing. I would have hoped a longer video and a complete gameplay, but well, you will see because I'm gonna show you the footage. It's very short, 28 seconds. So let's concentrate and watch this, and we talk about it just after. Impressive, no? I thought the first time I saw the screenshot of Grand Champion, I thought it was very static, you know, always straight. And but no, on the footage we see that the road is moving left or right. It's getting wider, narrow. There's a lot of different objects moving. It's very interesting, very interesting. It's a shame that the people who found this cartridge didn't make a longer footage, or even better, dumped the ROM so everybody can enjoy the game worldwide. It would have been extraordinary. Well, I left a message on the video. Maybe you can do it too, asking for that. I will of course put a link in the description of this video. To remind you, I will also put the link of the very good interview of one of the employees of EPOCH at the time of the development of the cassette vision and its games. So the guy is telling a lot of anecdotes, very interesting. So back to Elevator Panic. This was the 12th game and the last one. If we open the box, we see the cartridge here, and you can notice that there is something different. The case is white, where all the other cartridges were black. Well, in the interview, he explains that the game was released in August 1984, and just 1 month before July 1984, the Super Cassette Vision was also released. So to differentiate the games released for the Super Cassette Vision, they changed the color of the Cassette Vision cases, boxes, from black to white. Why not? Here we can also see the control indications of the game for the Cassette Vision and for the Cassette Vision Junior that we tested in some previous videos. But in this game we only need to go left and right and jump. So all the 4 buttons have the same action, is used to jump. Okay, well, you know by now that I need to read the documentation to learn how to play the game. I'll show you the inlay. It's very cute. I like this kind of small and colored Japanese inlays. Very interesting. And you know by now that I read fluently Japanese, so I will take the time to read this to know how to play. So, yeah, this guy moving up, down, and I got to avoid. No, oh no, crazy guy. Yeah, very funny. And then he has to move up to level 3, level 4. Okay, yeah, perfect. I'm ready to play this little game. We insert the cartridge up, but before we power on the system, reading the documentation makes me think something very important, is that Elevator Panic is very similar to Monster Mansion. Yeah. At least the screenshots on the box, but you will see in the game they're very similar gameplays, and I think that the code of Monster Mansion was reused in Elevator Panic and modified, of course, to make a new game, but you will see that it's pretty obvious. And in the interview, the guy says that the one who programmed Elevator Panic was the same who programmed Backpack Monster and Monster Block. It doesn't specify that this is the same guy that programmed Monster Mansion, but at least the code must be very similar. Okay, let's switch on the system. And you see right now that the intro screen is exactly the same as Monster Mansion, with the building on the right, the different floors, the score. Well, everything is the same. So far, it's the same code. Here, there is an attract mode where we can see the different levels. There are 3 levels, in fact. The goal of the game is a bit the same. You got to collect every little, blinky crosses or lights that are attached to the ceilings. So you get to move on the different floors, catch them to go further. Well, let me show you. So if I press select, I can play game 1 or game 2. Game 1, I've got 6 lives. In game 2, only 3. Of course, in game 1, it will be easier, and in game 2, some things like a monster will be faster. Okay, so game 1, start. See, I am in the first elevator on the right. I catch the lights, and I must avoid at all costs the monster falling from above. And also the monster going from left to right and right to left. So you got to avoid vertical monsters and horizontal one, the one who looks like a fish. So I only have 2 lights or items left to catch, pretty easy. I'll take the elevator back to the top, and at the top I will be very careful to avoid the monster, because they are going like this, and I must pass through them, under them in fact. Okay, level 2, it's a bit the same, but there are holes in the middle of the screen. So, same thing, avoid everything, catch all items. Ooh, oh yeah, and don't fall in the hole. Yeah, it's getting harder. Ooh. Oh yeah, it's very difficult because when you're in the elevators, if the fishy monster comes at you, it's very difficult to avoid it. Oh no, I jumped from too far away. I really would like to show you the third screen, so I've got to concentrate a bit. Sorry, not speaking too much. Ooh, yeah, we're only on the top floor. It's the most difficult floor because you have only a very short time to react when the monsters are falling. Please, please, please. Oh no! The elevator was here. Okay, 1 life left. Oof. A lot of things going on the screen, difficult to avoid everything. Oh no! Too late, man. I lost all my lives. Okay, let's try again. Maybe I'm not gonna show you everything, and I will cut the recording. Something I didn't tell you is you can catch, the monster from below. Ooh! And then try to kill it fast, like this, and you make a lot of points. But it's difficult because you don't really have much time to change the level and go on top of on the top floor. Yes. Okay, I think at last I've reached the end of the second level. Well, speak not too fast. I must touch the wall and be very careful. Yes, so I'm gonna show you the third level. I've been playing for 1 hour to show you this. So the third level, it's the same as before, but with moving holes on the floor, which is quite stressing. It's very difficult. Okay. Because you have everything else to be careful, and the moving floors. Well, I like it. It's... yes, you can touch the monsters from above. But I will not try to destroy it because it's already very complicated. Maybe I'm gonna win the game. Really? That would be incredible. Okay. Yes, run! Yes! Oh! I meet my girl. I love you. I love you too. Oh, yeah. Very nice. And then the game goes on and it's more and more difficult. If we press select to play game 2, for example, very quickly, just to see what differs from the easy level, you see everything. Everything is faster. So you have to move very quickly. Wow, a lot of things going on the screen. But it's maybe easier to chain every actions also. You less have to wait for elevators, for example. Oh, yeah, but the monsters are falling very fast. Okay, that's it. We played the different levels of Elevator Panic, and what do I think about the game? I think it's one of the best games available for the Cassette Vision. Of course, also the last one. It's like Monster Mansion, but with slightly different gameplay. I think it's richer. There are some gameplay mechanics from Mario Bros, for example, where you have to, touch the turtles from below and then run on the top floor to catch them. There are some gameplay of elevator type arcade games too, or Donkey Kong Jr. too. With the monster falling vertically and the others going from left to right and right to left. So there are a lot of different inspirations, but I think the game is deeper than Monster Mansion. It's a nice follow-up, very nice platform game for the cassette vision. Well, that's it. We reached the end of the games for the cassette vision. We went deeply into the EPOCH video game system, testing the cassette vision, the cassette vision junior, the super cassette vision, which were quite popular just before the Famicom was released, and after that, well, it was the end of the game. La récré est finie, tout le monde rentre chez soi. Well, thank you to have watched this video once again. I hope it was interesting for you. I mean, for me it was, because I love, obscure systems, obscure games, things and a subject that you don't often see on YouTube. So, well, I hope you liked it. And if you liked it, you can like the video by clicking on the blue thumb. You can comment. I like when you comment, and I would try to reply to everyone. And be sure also to subscribe to the channel to be sure that you won't miss any future videos. Of course, if you like my content, you can also go to my French channel, activate the subtitles, and there are a lot of other video subjects that I made over the years. Maybe it's a way for you to watch different subjects while I will take the time to make new English videos. Well, thank you to be here once again. See you very soon. Bye.